God bless you this morning. God bless you this morning. I'm excited, man. We done got through Christmas. Look, my God, isn't it amazing? We got through it. Listen, we did a lot of crying, a lot of shouting, a lot of calling people, talking about he wasn't there, she wasn't there. I don't know how I'm gonna do this Christmas, and it's over. Come on, somebody say, thank you, Jesus, it's over. Not to bash Christmas or nothing like that, but you know how I say it all the time. Every day is a Christmas. I got up this morning, I'm feeling good. We supposed to be like when Paul got bit by the snake over in that one village. And the Bible said that Paul had the snake was hanging on his hand, was bitten, and people was waiting to see whether he was going to swell up and die, just fall out right there on the ground and die. But let me tell you about the God we serve. My God, it can look like all hell to broke out. Lost your job, lost your car. They talking about foreclosing on your house. A husband done cheated, wife done left, children getting bad grades, children got killed, son got murdered. There's a lot of stuff we go through, but God have a tendency to show up in our life and get us through what we're going through. I know what I'm talking about. I tell you, I've been through a lot of stuff. Well, I tell you, it don't look at how I look. It don't have nothing to do with what I've been through. My God, he will keep you. That's what he do. He restores his meek. He talks about that. When you love on him, he will protect up to your fifth generation. That means your son's children will be blessed. That's good news. But I want to talk about something that we don't really know what we supposed to do when we come into ministry. A lot of people don't know. Baby saints don't know. People coming out of the club, coming in saying they want to change their life. Well, this text right here, this sermon will give you the tools to get you started. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you're a Christian and you've been going to church or you calling yourself a Christian and you cannot fulfill these two scriptures, what I'm going to read, the first two commandments, then you need to do some work. There's a lot of stuff you need to do. Let's dive right in here. Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 40. And this is what it reads. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy mind, and with all thy soul. My God. This is the first and the greatest commandment. The second one is like unto thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Wow. Love thy neighbors as thyself. Verse 40, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets, on these two commandments. So it said, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all our soul, and with all our mind. Well, what have we been doing more than loving on the Lord? I was looking at a concert of Michael Jackson, where one of the biggest concerts. Matter of fact, Michael Jackson sold out on all his concerts just about. And I think his biggest concert had like 4 million people. That's a ton of people. And I watched the people, how they was clapping, and the ladies was falling out, and the guys was worshiping, and everybody was raising their hand. I mean, Michael Jackson's not going to do anything for you like God done, but we worship him. We worship people. We worship man. And this is what this text is talking about. Love God with all thy heart, thy soul, and thy mind. That's the first commandment. The second one is just as great. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Listen, church, if you can't pass them two, you got a lot of work to do. Okay? So we got to dive in here. Let's look at Matthew's word. It said, warn, let me get over here. It says, warning suggesting that these purpose are worship. These are warnings that they're giving in the church what you should be doing. The purpose are worship, fellowship, discipleship, ministry, and mission. And that they are devised from the greatest commandments. And that's what we're going to dive in here too. We're going to talk about worship, fellowship, discipleship, ministry, and mission, if we can get to all that. All right? Okay, first we're going to talk about how we worship other gods. What are you worshiping more than God? We're going to do a little test right here. First of all, I want to ask, when have you read the Bible? Do 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 do. All right, so okay, you answer yourself. When have you picked the Bible up? When have you prayed? Do do do. Okay, so you getting the point? When have you looked at your husband and said, you know what, honey, I love you? When have you looked at your wife and kissed her and said, I don't know why you even love a knucklehead like me? When have you grabbed your babies and got all in a circle, you, your husband, and your babies, and got in the middle of the living room floor and started doing praise and worship, just thanking God? That's what we're talking about on worship. That's one of the points we'll be looking at. Number one is worship. Now, number two, write these down just in case we don't get to them. Number two would be fellowship. Number three would be discipleship. Number four would be ministry. And number five would be mission. Now, this is a package. That's like when you get a contract, you get a package. They tell you what you need to do in the package. You go and get an interview, you get the job, you're hired. They're going to give you a packet of rules, what you can do and what you can't do. The first thing that we need to do, we know we need to worship God. The same way I watched them people worship Michael Jackson, I'm talking about we had people falling out, people fainting. They worshiping, they got their candles lit. That's because the world will take care of the world, but the church don't take care of each other. And this is what we got to do. Worship other people is not what God is talking about. Worshiping men. He wants us to worship God. Lord, I thank you. Thank you for this piece of car. I know it's not a new car, but I thank you. I looked in the refrigerator, Lord, and there's something in there to eat. Look at my little babies. You know, 3 little babies over. Look how fluffy they are. Are you looking at them now? You see how fluffy they are? You see how you got that baby oil on them smelling like a brand new baby? Come on, somebody. That's a blessing. So he worship God because it could be worse. This is worship him. Who? God, not man. The next one is fellowshipping. Fellowship, relationship with people and believers. That's what we need to do. That's what church is about. If you're going to church for any other reason but to worship the Lord, fellowship with the Lord, discipleship with the Lord, ministry, and also a mission. So we're talking about fellowship. And so you go to church to fellowship. Not no cliques. Not no backbiting. Not you talking about Marlena with Vera. We're not talking about that. Rolling eyes across the pews. You didn't get to sing the sermonic solo, so you mad at her. We're not talking about that kind of fellowship. We're talking about a family, a connected. What the church is supposed to be connected as one uniform. All the body, we work as one body. That's ministry. That's called fellowship. The next one is discipleship. That's helping. Discipleship is me knowing my walk, like this package we're talking about. Matthew chapter 22, verse 37 through 40 is a package. Once you can get the package and start working on that, helping people go to another level, discipleship in their ministry. I'm not talking about when baby saints or new people come to the church, you start telling them what the church, the negative parts of the church. That's not your job. You should not do that. You need to be talking positive about the ministry. If they ask you, well, what about Bible study? If you don't go anymore due to a job or you just don't go, then you need to tell them, yeah, that's a perfect place to go. Because at Bible study, I call ours Winning Wednesday. Win your joy back, win your husband back, win your car back, win your house back. Winning Wednesday. But Bible study is for you to be able to ask questions. Come on, church. Ask questions. I'm trying to run through these before I don't want to be with you too long. Discipleship, that's where you can get your walk closer with God by discipleship, studying, learning more, helping other people get to another level, studying together. Ministry work. Ministry work, watch this. It performs projects such as teaching of believers, leaders, leading service, and such as weddings, baptizing, funerals, and otherwise providing spiritual guidance for the community. That's what ministry work is. Ministry work, somebody coming to church smelling like weed or smelling like they haven't had a bath in a while. We need to talk to them and get under them. Not too quick. We don't want to run them out of there, but we want to get around them and sort of lead them on what they should do. If it was somebody come to church, they need a haircut, they need a bath. That's ministry work for whoever's on the people committee or whatever committee you have to get them people and minister to them. This good teaching. This is what happens when you go to the church. This is what you should see. People loving on each other, helping each other. That's ministry work. Is that good news? That's good news. Now, mission could be anything. My mission could be I'm going to take them babies some coats across the street. They don't have no gas, and I'm going to give them $15. That's your mission, whatever. Now, a lot of people do mission. They go overseas, and I don't have no problem with that. But I don't know why we got to go so far when there's so much work here to do right in South Bend. I don't need to go to Baytaiawaya, wherever that is. I don't need to go there. I need to go right on LaSalle Street, right down Lincoln Way. Come on, somebody, talk back to me. There's enough mission work for us to do right here, but we got to come out of that building. We got to come out of that church. Is that good news? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you today about. Look at that Matthew chapter 22, verse 37 through 40. And you can do a test on yourself. This morning, do a test on yourself. Are you loving God with all thy heart, thy mind, and thy soul? That's number one. Because we already know you run after Pookie. You're running after Vera. We ain't got no problem you going over there. You know where the dope house is. Come on, somebody. You know, wash that car 4 times this week. Where is your God? Are you loving something else more than you loving God? That's what he said. If you get these 2 scriptures, if you get these 2 commandments down right here, you can win this thing. Love God with all thy heart, thy mind, and soul. Ain't nothing in front of God. Nothing. Not mama, not daddy, not sister and brother, not that job, not that car, not my love of Pookie, not none of that is more important. Not my children. None of that is more important than God, because God is the one going to be with you. Your mama leave you. Your mama coming to you and say, baby, now you've been in trouble. This is your 13th time being in trouble. Mama counted them. Your daddy died 22 years ago, and you know I got a Brother George now. Brother George want to take me to Bahamas. Mama can't die with you, baby. Your mama will leave you. Come on, somebody. Your siblings will leave you. Your job will leave you. Your friends will leave you. But God that we serve will never leave you nor forsake you. He won't leave you nor forsake you. You know how people take stuff back. There's a lot of stuff going to get taken off these dudes this weekend. Especially the first of the year. If she bought you them new Jordans or something, and you out there clowning with some other girl, you something to get them taken off of you. I ain't going to get no help. Ministry work. That's what we're talking about. Well, I love you. I know I took up a lot of your time. Listen, have a blessed day. The new year is coming. Make sure your resolutions is set for you and not for nobody else. Let's make it happen. If you say you're going to lose weight, lose weight. If you're going to go back to school, go back to school. If you're going to open that business, let's start it. Let's do better going into this new year. I love you. My name is Pastor Charles Diggins. I'll see you soon. Be blessed out there. Wear your mask.